While it's tough to argue a project as ambitious as House of X and Powers of X is following any sort of established formula, Powers of X #3 shakes up the status quo in more ways than one. Until now, Marvel has alternated new issues of these twin books every week, but Powers of X #3 follows right after issue #2. This is yet another sign of how methodically plotted this entire saga truly is. More significantly, Powers of X #3 is the first chapter of the series to focus entirely on one point in the revamped X-Men timeline. It's a valuable opportunity to become better acquainted with the X-Men 100 years into the future, even as we're reminded of how little we actually know about where writer Jonathan Hickman is steering the franchise. Powers of X #3 ignores the past, present and distant future of the mutant race in favor of focusing entirely on the conflict between Apocalypse's X-Men and Nimrod in the year X². As with House of X #2 in its Moira-focused narrative, this helps ground Hickman's story and keep it locked on the individual heroes and villains fighting for survival. Character becomes as important as plot. I do wish this issue focused a little more on newcomers Rasputin and Cardinal, but the rest of Apocalypse's merry band is entertaining in its own right. Zorn in particular is a hoot, as a Zen nihilist with a black hole for a head and a serious death wish. Between Zorn and the childishly sadistic Nimrod, there's a welcome undercurrent of black humor balancing out the comic spectacle. This issue isn't as significant as some of its predecessors in terms of huge plot twists, but it's all very relative at this point. Hickman and artist R.B. Silva still manage to surprise and subvert at multiple points. The connection between the present-day timeline of X-1 and the future of X² becomes much clearer thanks to a key reveal, one that seems obvious in hindsight. At the same time, that reveal raises all sorts of new questions about the future of these twin titles. It's rare to find a comic book project that so consistently manages to reinvent itself with each new issue. House of X and Powers of X are basically the good place of comics. Silva and colorist Mart Gracia are both on fire in this issue. Visually, Powers of X #3 is the most stunning chapter of either series to date. The fixed time period surely has something to do with that, allowing the duo to really hone in on a set cast of characters and a handful of environments. Hickman's script hinges on an equal blend of dramatic character moments and major action scenes. Silva delivers on both fronts. His figures reflect the drama and gravity of the situation, and the action is clean and dynamic. It's impressive just how strongly a character like Nimrod emotes despite not having traditional facial features. Gracia also turns in his most impressive work on either series so far. This issue lives or dies on the strength of the coloring, what with the futuristic setting and the massive displays of power. Gracia transforms the book into a study in contrasts, with the Nimrod Omega Sentinel scenes marked by fiery reds and the X-Men scenes bathed in cool, contemplative blues. There's one particularly memorable splash page that relies almost entirely on Gracia's colors for its impact. It truly is a great time to be an X-Men reader. Each week brings a fascinating new chapter in Hickman's ambitious relaunch of the franchise. Powers of X #3 succeeds in shaking up whatever semblance of a pattern the series had established beforehand. This issue highlights the desperate struggle facing the X-Men of the future, focusing as much on individual heroes and villains as it does the bigger picture. Rating: 5 out of 5. Thanks for watching and please subscribe, like, comment and share this video to support us. See you on the next comic review videos.